In Scotland there are 7,500 people in prison at any one time. Many of them are isolated from their family, from their friends. They have no one they can trust, and all the research shows that successful reintegration begins with a sense of belonging. Connect to Community is an organisation that seeks to mobilise the church in Scotland to support men and women coming out of prison by volunteer befriending and mentoring so that they can have a successful reintegration into the community after a custodial sentence.
I ended up in prison after a very violent crime. I got a life sentence and I was there for 14 years. The future scared me. What would I do employment-wise, or how would I live? How do I deal with all these social things that people take for normal that I just don't have a clue about anymore? So I was coming out to a very different world after 14 years.
When I was leaving from prison, I had basically worries about financial, friendship, relationships, fitting back into the community, basically my life. Connect to the community is basically, it's like winning the lottery, basically coming out, because if you never had that support, you'd be either sleeping in the streets, no money, no support, and you'd be left to do it on your own.
A lot of men deeply regret what they have done and can't imagine how they can ever make a life for themselves once they're out. There's a lot of hopelessness in the prison, and yeah, just I say a lot of anxiety about what the future may hold.
The first 48 hours after people leave prison is very crucial, so we like to meet people at the gate, do a lot of accompaniment through the trials of those first 2 days, and then settle down into a pattern of mentoring that may be meeting them once a week, helping them to set goals, accompanying them to difficult situations, and review how they're getting on.
I'm delighted that Connect to Community exists. One of the things in the early days of my job that I tried to do when men were being released from prison, particularly those who had come along to church, would be to connect them with a church outside and to invite people from that church to come into the prison and to visit them and build bridges, build up that relationship. And the good thing about Connect to Community is that they will come in to the prison, so they will meet prisoners before they get out. And for the prisoner, it's good because it gives them some sort of reassurance that when they get out, if they don't have anyone else that they can turn to, that they've got someone at the end of a phone that they can get help from.
Connect to Community's done wonders to people that is willing to change and willing to take the support. If it wasn't for Connect to the Community, I reckon I'd be back in, wouldn't I?
I believe that when people come out of prison, they do want a fresh start. They crave for close relationships. They crave stability. You can't do it alone. It's other people that assist us. It's about relationships.
Connect to the community, being that bridge back into society, back into family life perhaps, back into community, back into employment, back into running their own home, for me is the most important part of rehabilitating a prisoner.
To have someone by your side as you tackle the issues of homelessness and employment and reintegration with your family, someone who's committed to you and has you at the centre of their vision, makes a tremendous difference.